Mid-innings as promised, and it is India versus Pakistan. Mohammad Rizwan tossing it right and calling it right. And Pakistan setting a target of 242 for Bharat to chase down in the 50 overs. So that's the ask of Team India, that they have got to chase down 242. That's their target. 241 for 9 is what Pakistan was able to post. Did Shami leak perhaps a tad too many runs in the final over? 14 of that last over. Did that hurt Bharat? That's the big question. As we are looking at 242 at this point, the 242 for 9, and we'll get into the mid-inning score in just a bit. 49.1 overs. Will Pakistan cross that 250? That's the big question. At this point, 9th wicket gone for Pakistan. It was a run out. Shami in that 49th over, perhaps leaking too many runs, has that set Pakistan on the quest to cross that 250 number. Psychologically, chasing down 250, chasing less than 250, will that make a big difference? We'll have to wait and watch. Ameya Bhise and Vimal Kumar with us at this point. Ameya, did India actually have a plan against the Pakistanis right at the top? And 250 odd, somewhere around that's where it looks like the number where they may have to chase that number down. Depends upon how the final over rolls. But Ravindra, Jadeja had 3 overs with him. You know, I keep going back and saying the Pakistanis were struggling against our spinners. Why did Rohit Sharma have to go back to the Pacers? Shami leaking those 2 big sixes in the 49th over. Will that come back to haunt? 14 runs in that over. Will that come back to hurt us? Some questions there, because when you get greedy, you really get greedy. You could have held them, somewhere fans would think at one point it looked like 300 par. Another point it looked like 240 bhi par nahi hoga. So, that's where it was. Ameya.
Yeah, absolutely, Anand. I think the spinners could have been used in the last overs. They had proved effective in the middle overs. Well, only time will tell why Rohit took that decision to go back to a Shami and Harshit Rana. But this is going to be a steep chase. This is not going to be an easy chase. Going by what we've seen in the last match as well against Bangladesh, the wicket does slow down. The pitch does slow down. So India is going to be really tested here. The Pakistan bowling is far more difficult to face than the Bangladesh bowlers.
Well, so, prophetic as it was, 1 over before the match was over, I'd said 242 is the target for Bharat, but the fact is 242 is the target for Bharat. So Pakistan is all out at 241. So that's what's happened. So 242 is what Bharat has to chase down. Vimal Kumar, will the Indian camp take that?
I think, Anand, they will take it, especially the way Pakistan started. Probably they would have been happier had they got them bundled out for around 220, 230, because I was speaking to a lot of former players who are here as commentator, whether it's Wasim Akram, Waqar Yunus, or some of the Indian commentator. And everyone reckoned it is going to be a little difficult to bat second on this ground. And then when I asked 270, 280, then say if Pakistan scored 270, 280, India should forget the chase. 250 would be a good contest, and I asked that what is the total India will be comfortable. They said something around 220, 230. So I think it is not too bad, 240. So obviously you can't predict. Everyone can't be Anand Narsimhan who predicted 242. So I would request you to predict India's win.
No, I think it was just prophetic, because somewhere that 241 number clicked, and when we went live, I was under the impression that it was 50 overs. And I'll be honest with our viewers, there's nothing hiding there. But the fact is, the first 3 dot balls by Harshit Rana in that final over put pressure on the batters, and then that Skyer, and that was taken well. So Harris, Rough, and after that the final wicket also falling, and it's at 241 that score stays. Ameya, but at 142 for 2 with 100 plus partnership for the 3rd wicket, Pakistan looked similar, getting into a cruise control mode. So were we good enough? I think did things turn around with that Mohammad Rizwan wicket? A well-made 46, very patient, that they batted the number 3 and 4.
Yeah, absolutely, Anand. You're bang on. I mean, the Mohammad Rizwan wicket was the turning point. They could have easily got to 280, 300 here. I mean, that wicket by Axar Patel kind of turned the tide in India's favour, after which they lost that middle order wickets quickly. 3 wickets, I think they lost in a quick succession. and that kind of pegged them back. But this is still a tough score to chase on this wicket, and Rohit and Shubman Gill will have to give us a good start here. I don't think it's going to be as easy as just going out there and getting some 70-80 runs off the first 10 overs, which is the power play. They will have to consolidate. Shubman Gill will have to play an innings like he played against Bangladesh, right? Where he accelerated in the beginning, then consolidated in the middle overs, and then again finished it off.
I read somewhere it was the slowest one-day 100 by an Indian batsman in the last 5 or 6 years. So that's what I had read somewhere. Interesting. The scorecard also reads that the Pakistan openers started very, very slow, but they didn't want to lose early wicket. The trend at Dubai is that the teams batting first were losing wickets earlier. And perhaps that had to change. The other thing is that they got a 41-run partnership at the top, a 104-run partnership between Saud and Mohammad Rizwan, and then it was about 35 and 22 runs at the bottom. Otherwise, they just couldn't get going. Kuldeep was on a hat-trick this time around. Last time around, Axar Patel was on a hat-trick. Hardik Pandya getting us the breakthroughs early on. Then Ravindra Jadeja coming into his own. So everybody chipped in, everybody played in. But Vimal, पहले 10 ओवर में did you think that India had even got a plan? Didn't it look like it was the Pakistanis who had actually come out with a plan?
I think so, and in many ways, Anand, if you look at this, is the beauty of ODI cricket. The way Pakistan started, you thought they had some plan, but if you look at from 11 to 20th over, their scoring rate was 2.7. 27 run in 10 overs after not losing. That's criminal in modern cricket. You just can't explain it. And then India, at one point of time, I saw that they were like 154 just for 2. And suddenly they lost 3 wickets for just 11 runs in 19 balls in the space of 34 to 37th over. I think that was crucial. And Hardik Pandya, we do not talk much about Hardik Pandya. We keep talking about Ben Stokes and other. But Hardik Pandya, purely as a bowler, forget what he brings to the table as a batsman. As a bowler, he was such a bowling smarts. You look at the slower one, the cutter.
यार विमलवा मैं क्या कॉलर ऊपर करूं, कॉलर वैसी बाहर है. आज पूछो, I was there in the pre-show, तुम तब तक अंदर जाने के लिए निकल गए थे into the stadium. I had said Hardik Pandya का one of the players had called out was Hardik Pandya, and Cheteshwar Pujara should join us. He also said my third person is Hardik Pandya, who will come good with both bat and ball. That was the expectation.
The last hour. Anything can happen between the bells. But what happens during the last hour is what matters the most. The biggest market swings. A close-up look at what's driving them. And how the investors are reacting. Watch the most seasoned market mavens guide you through the most important hour of the trading day. NSE Closing Bell. At these times, only on CNBC TV 18 and CNBCTV18.com.
Hey, thank you for watching this on CNBC TV 18. Hope you liked it. For more such interesting news and updates, follow CNBC TV 18 on all the social media platforms.